Hello students, welcome back to my channel Pathshala. So today's topic is about phonics, CVC words. CVC words stands for consonant, vowel, consonant words. The three-letter words where two are consonant and the middle letter is vowel. So let's get started. And this video is also for parents who are getting confused with the word CVC and their children are not able to practice these words. So stay tuned with me and let's start today's video. Yeah. Okay. So first, let's start with the short A sound. What is the sound of short A? Yeah. So short A says A. The sound of short A is A. So A will make the sound A, and let's read some AD words where A is A and the sound of D is D. So focus on the sound of A only. B-ad, bad. B-ad, bad. S-ad, sad. S-ad, sad. M-ad, mad. M-ad, mad. P-ad, bad. P-ad, bad. L-ad, lad. L-ad, lad. Please do focus on the sound of a short A because children get confused. What is the sound of A? So the sound of A is A, not its name. The sound of A is A. Okay, let's do some AG words here. In this, A says A and G will make the sound of G. Okay, yeah. So let's do ag, sag. Ag, sag. Ag, tag. Ag, tag. Ag, lag. Ag, lag. Ag, nag. Ag, nag. Ag, gag. Ag, gag. Yes. Now let's do some AN words where A will say A and N will make the sound of N, not N, N. You have to twist your tongue and then make the sound of N. Okay? Yeah. Pan, pan. Pan, pan. Can, can. Can, can. Van, van. Van, van. Fan, fan. Fan, fan. Tan, tan. Tan, tan. Now let's do some AP words where A will say A and P will make the sound of P. So, app, sap. So, app, sap. To, app, tap. To, app, tap. Ko, app, cap. Ko, app, cap. No, app, nap. L, app, lap. Let's do some AT words where A will say A and T will make the sound of T. Yeah. At, mat. Ko, at, cat. Po, at, pat. So, at, sad. So, at, sad. Ho, at, hat. So, at, sad. Po, at, bad. So do practice like that wherever the short A makes the sound of A. Do some words, 3-letter words, 4-letter words with your child so they can get easily the sound of short A. Yeah. Now let's move to the next vowel. Yeah. So let's move to the next vowel. So the next vowel is short E. So short E makes the sound of A. Short E says A. So let's do some ed words where e will say e and d will make the d. Red, red. Ed, bed. Ed, fed. Ed, led. Ed, wed. Please focus on the sound of E. Otherwise, the children will get confused between the sound of E and A because it's very similar. Let's do some EG words where E will say A and G will make the sound of G. Egg, leg. Egg, beg. Egg, meg. Egg, peg. Egg, neg. Yes. Now, let's move to the next en words where E will say A and N will make the sound of N. Den, den. Hen. Men. Ten. Pen. Now let's do some ET words where E will say A and T will make the sound of T. Let, let. Met. Bet. Set. Jet. Okay. So that's how you can focus on the sound of short E. Okay. Yeah. Now let's move to the next vowel, short I. Yeah. So the sound of short I is E. What is the sound? Repeat after me. E. So I will make the sound of E and the normal sound of D is D. So let's read some ID words. K-ed, kid. R-ed, rid. H-ed, hid. D-ed, did. B-ed, bid. Please focus on the sound of I. I will say E because students will get confused between the sound of E and I. So make sure that your child will know that the short I always make the sound of E. Now let's read some IG words where I will say E and G will make the normal sound G. G-E-G, gig. W-E-G, wig. D-E-G, dig. J-E-G, jig. R-E-G, rig. Now let's do some I-N words where E will say E, where I will say E and N will make the sound of N. Yeah. P-in, pin. B-in, bin. F-in, fin. S-in, sin. K-in, kin. Yeah. Now let's move to the IP words where I will say E and P will make the sound P. D-E-P, dip. N-E-P, nip. T-E-P, tip. R-E-P, rip. Y-E-P, yip. Yeah. Now let's move to the IT words where I will say E and T will make the sound of T. K-E-T, kit. P-E-T, pit. F-E-T, fit. B-E-T, bit. W-E-T, wit. Okay, so that is the short I. The short I will always make the sound of E. Okay, yeah. Now let's move to the next vowel. The next short vowel is short O. So now what is the sound of short O? So let me tell you. The sound of short O is O. The sound of short O is O. So let's read some OB words where O will say O and B will make the sound of B. B-ob, bob. S-ob, sob. K-ob, cob. M-ob, mob. G-ob, gob. Let's read some OG words where O will say O and G will say G. D-og, dog. J-og, jog. H-og, hog. B-og, bog. K-og, cog. Yeah. Now let's read some OP words where O will say O the short O, and the P will make the sound of P. T-op, top. H-op, hop. P-op, pop. M-op, mop. K-op, cop. Please focus on the sound of short O, because some children will make the sound only O, like T-op. So that is not correct. We need to correct them. That is the sound of O is O. T-op, top. Please focus on the sound of O. Yeah, let's read some OT words here. So O will make the sound of O, and T will say T. K-ot, caught. H-ot, hot. N-ot, not. P-ot, pot. G-ot, got. So that is the short vowel O. Yeah. Okay. So now let's move to the next vowel. So the next and the last vowel is short U, and the short U makes the sound of A. It will make the sound of A. Yeah. So let's read some short U sound words. So here UB words where you will say A and B will say B. K-ab, cub. R-ab, rub. N-ab, nub. S-ab, sub. D-ab, dub. Let's read some UG words where you will say A and G will say G. M-ug, mug. L-ug, lug. D-ug, dug. H-ug, hug. P-ug, pug. Okay. Now let's move to the next word, UM words. Okay. So UM will where you will say A and M will say M. B-bum. H-hum. S-some. M-mum. G-gum. Let's read some UN words where you will say A and N will say N. A, P-un, pun. P-un, pun. F-un, fun. G-un, gun. B-un, bun. S-un, sun. Let's read some UT words where you will say A and T will make the sound T. K-ut, cut. H-ut, hut. B-ut, butt. H-ut, hut. G-ut, gut. Yeah. So that is the vowel sound that we have done today. I hope you all understand. So this video is about the phonic sound, the CVC sounds. If your child want to learn more, then please stay tuned.